Would you like to manipulate the forces of life and death?
Find out if the Warrior of Mercy Monk is the right class for you in D&D 2024 Player's Handbook. What's going on, YouTube? I'm the Mind Flayer Slayer.
And I'm Dr. DM, and we're bringing you our continued coverage of Monk in the 2024 Player's Handbook, this time with Warrior of Mercy. And we're going to give you our thoughts on all the abilities at every level it gets them. And at the end, stick around because we'll give you our tier rating for this particular subclass. So let's get right into it.
Level 3, Hand of Harm. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike and deal damage, you can expend one focus point to deal extra necrotic damage equal to one roll of your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. Now remember, that martial arts die has increased to a d6 starting at level 1. Huge benefit here.
And it goes up to d12, so if you think about this, you spend one focus point to get an extra attack, right? If you're doing 1d12 plus your dex normally, well then you add another d12 plus your wisdom, which is almost like it is a full attack.
Yeah.
And that's necrotic. So if you're doing your normal monk doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks with Flurry of Blows at level 10, when you're kind of getting a 6, so increasing your damage output by anywhere by 50 to like 20%. So that's huge on a level 3 ability.
Supernova damage.
Supernova damage, mini nova damage.
At level 3, you're also getting Hand of Healing. As a magic action, you can expend one focus point to touch a creature and restore a number of hit points equal to a roll of your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. When you use your Flurry of Blows, you can replace one unarmed strike with a use of this feature without expending any focus points for the healing. So
I feel great. I feel great.
I feel great.
So yes, of course, Flurry of Blows, you're getting the extra 2-3 attacks. Even starting at level 1, you get the Flurry of Blows. So here, replace one of those with the healing and its hit points, so you can get somebody up as if it was a healing word, right? And you still get your extra attack, and you still get part of your Flurry of Blows. So healing and hurting at the same time, all while keeping full battle momentum.
Who needs a cleric?
Or a paladin. Okay, level 3, you get Implements of Mercy. You gain proficiency in the Insight and Medicine skills and proficiency with the Herbalism kit. So Insight and Medicine alone are essentially like getting a free background or even like the skilled feat just about already baked in to a class on top of getting the hurting and healing from the Mercy already.
Yeah.
And what about the kits?
Plus the Herbalism kit. With the kits in the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook, all of the kits actually have mechanical uses outside of just like the lock-picking kit. So you're going to be seeing that these proficiencies with the different kits actually are meaningful. We're going to be bringing you a whole video actually covering that.
All right, moving on to level 6, which is Physician's Touch. Your Hand of Harm and Hand of Healing improve as detailed below. So just 3 levels later, they're getting better. And they're already great. So Hand of Harm, when you use Hand of Harm on a creature, you can also give that creature the poison condition until the end of your next turn. There's no saving throw here.
There's no save.
Automatically, you just punch, oops, poisoned, right? Only once per turn, but that is tremendous. I mean, giving like a boss who normally might have legendary resistance, things like that.
They can't fight it.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, they're kind of, you shut them down because they're attacking a disadvantage for everything they do. So you are not only like doing nova damage, you're also healing, getting your comrades up if they're down, and making sure the boss or the biggest threat is poisoned forever without even any way of counteracting it.
And on the flip side, you have the Hand of Healing. When you use the Hand of Healing, you can also end one of the following conditions on a creature you heal: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. These conditions can shut a combat down, as we have discussed before. Being able to just, boom, I punch you and I heal you and also lift your condition.
You feel better, son?
I feel so much better.
Normally, these would have to go away with lesser restoration, greater restoration, maybe laying on hands at a higher level with more points used. So this is done in the middle of combat at no consequence really to the monk nor the monk's damage, on top of everything else in the healing.
And it's not affecting your action economy at all. Level 11, Flurry of Blows and Harm. When you use Flurry of Blows, you can replace each of the unarmed strikes with a use of the Hand of Healing without expending focus points for the healing.
Incredible.
I mean, this is just nuts. And then in addition, when you make an unarmed strike with a Flurry of Blows and deal damage, you can use Hand of Harm with that strike without expending a focus point for Hand of Harm. You can still use Hand of Harm only once per turn. But again, talking about action economy, wow.
Yeah, and your resource pool, which you have at this point level 11, right? 11 focus points.
Yes.
Which remember, these used to be key points, now they're focus points. And you're getting them back like every time you take a short rest, right? When you enter initiative, you get them all back once per long rest. And so now you don't even need to use them on some of your strongest abilities here.
So many
increase your damage and impact combat. You can use them on everything else, step of the wind, whatever you want. You're just gonna be flying around the battlefield, doing damage, healing. I mean, this does it all.
If you're in a dungeon crawl, you like never run out out of
Never run
stuff
out of gas.
to do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on then finally to level 17, you get Hand of Ultimate Mercy! Your mastery of life energy opens the door to the Ultimate Mercy. As a magic action, you can touch the corpse of a creature that died within the past 24 hours, expend 5 focus points, and that creature returns to life with a number of hit points equal to 40, 10 plus your wisdom, maybe up to like 45 if you're lucky. And that creature had any conditions, like was paralyzed, blinded, that's all gone. So you can use this once, a long rest. Wow, instant revivify, no spell slots, right? It just happens, and then you can use Flurry of Blows as a bonus action to then attack 3 more times. You're like, hey, you're feeling better? Great, come back up. And you're boom, 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 and you're back in it.
It's so powerful. The monk is absolutely through the roof, one of the best new classes, and this is one of the best subclasses for it in the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook.
I would say, does it all, jack of all trades? No, master of all trades right here.
Yes.
All right, well, I give this, if the monk already itself, the base kit is like an S tier, this is at least an S tier, if not an SS or SSS tier for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving this one an S as well. So excited to potentially try out a monk in one of our new campaigns.
Well, this has been a review of this subclass. We have 3 more subclasses coming at you for monk. Get ready, monks, because you might live them too.
We are going to be bringing you content on the D&D 2024 Player's Handbook Monday through Friday until we get through the entire book, cover to cover, okay? So please, if you're enjoying this content, remember to unarmed strike that like button,
boom,
and leave a comment down below. We love engaging with all of you, and hit the subscribe button while you're right there, okay? Thank you so much, all of you monks out there. I know you're excited as I am. We'll see you next time.
Hand of Mercy.